We live in a world that celebrates yes. Say yes to opportunities, yes to helping, yes to growth, and yes, even when you're exhausted, burned out, or just don't want to. But here's the truth nobody talks about. Sometimes saying no is the most powerful, generous, and soul-saving thing you can do. Today, we're going to talk about why saying no is actually good for your soul, how it protects your peace, clarifies your purpose, and helps you become more of who you're meant to be. So, take a breath. Think of the last time you said yes when you wanted to say no. Let's unpack what that does to us and what happens when we start choosing differently. Most of us learn early that yes equals goodness. If you're agreeable, helpful, flexible, you're praised. Parents, teachers, bosses, friends, we're rewarded for compliance. But here's the thing. Saying yes to everything doesn't make you kind. It makes you exhausted. People-pleasing wears a mask of generosity, but underneath, it's usually fear. Fear of letting someone down. Fear of being disliked. Fear of missing out. I remember talking to a friend who said, "I say yes so people will think I'm dependable." And I asked her, "Do you feel dependable? Or do you feel depleted?" She didn't even have to answer. When you say yes to everything, you're not living from choice. You're living from guilt. And guilt makes terrible decisions. Let's be honest about what happens when we overcommit. We say yes to the extra project at work, even though we're already stretched thin. We say yes to social plans we don't have energy for. We say yes to family favors that drain us emotionally. And every yes chips away at our presence, our patience, our authenticity. Burnout isn't caused by doing too much. It's caused by doing too much of what isn't aligned. When you keep saying yes to everyone else, you eventually start saying no to yourself. No to rest. No to stillness. No to peace. That's the quiet tragedy of chronic yes. It disconnects you from your own needs. So let's flip it. What does saying no do for your soul? First, it restores integrity. Every time you say no to something that doesn't fit, you're saying yes to what does. You're aligning your outer choices with your inner truth. Second, it builds trust with yourself. When you honor your limits, your soul learns that your word means something. You stop abandoning yourself for approval. And third, saying no creates space. The space to rest, to listen, to create, to be fully present for what matters most. We think saying no is selfish, but it's actually sacred. It's how you protect the energy that makes you you. Saying no doesn't close doors. It closes distractions. If saying no feels terrifying, that's okay. Most of us were never taught how to do it with grace. Here's what usually happens. We either blurt out a defensive no, "I just can't, okay?" Or we bury it under excuses. We over-explain, we apologize, we soften it until it barely counts. But a healthy no doesn't need drama. It just needs clarity. Try this. "Thanks for thinking of me, but I can't take that on right now. That sounds great, but it's not a fit for me. I really appreciate the offer, but I need some downtime." Simple, kind, firm. If you've been the person who says yes by default, the first few no's will feel strange, maybe even guilt-inducing. But that's not guilt. That's freedom stretching its legs for the first time. The goal isn't to say no to everything. It's to say no to what pulls you away from who you are, so you can say yes to what pulls you closer. No to the draining habits. No to the noise. No to the expectations that were never yours to carry. Because every authentic no protects the energy you need for the yes that truly matters. So next time you feel that old pressure to say yes when your heart's whispering no, pause. Remember this. Your soul doesn't need you to please everyone. It needs you to protect it. And sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself and for the world is to simply say no. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe and ring the bell. I'm always here to help. Until next time, peace, love, and hugs.